All right, hello everybody out there in the YouTube world. Coming at you with another video on something, a product a little different that picked up a few months ago. Picked it up, I think last October, and I've used it about 3 times. And I figured, well, I'll go ahead and get out my other couple of knives I had that I done my video on a year ago or so, and check on the ones that need to be sharpened up, hit them a little bit, because I pretty much, I use most of all of them. There's a couple I use more than any of them, especially like this one, this old Craftsman. I mean, real nice knife. And I will tell you this, that stainless, there's a little difference when you're sharpening the stainless to the steel, but man, that is sharp. That's all I can say. And the angle on this knife was, I think it's not 22 or 23, it's like 22.5. And man, oh man, I can tell you this. Man, I had a little nick in it, and I figured, well, I'll get the nick out of that one, and then I got my other Uncle Henry that I'm going to be sharpening. That's the only other one I got. I need to put, hit it, and I like this knife, especially when I go out in the woods, a lot. It's better if I don't want to carry a big fixed blade. Let's see what I do with that one. My big fixed blade, where's it at? This old bear I picked up for $2, had a broke tip. Somebody beat it and used it. I mean, they used it for more than baton and wood. I guarantee you they were doing every damn thing with it. But boy, does it have an edge now. And this thing, these seem to hold edge. These were good steels. Now I think this is a Chinese made one. This is not the same as mine. Mine's a little smaller. Mine was an American made one. These are Chinese. These come from China here. I think even the sheath there even says made in China, sheath made in China. I'm not certain about the knife on this one. I knew it was an older one, but the tip was broke on it and everything. I reprofiled it and everything, angled it down. I think I got it set on at 21 degrees. It's got a 21 degree angle. I need to write that, make sure I remember that. But anyway, just wanted to touch on you with these Sharp Sharpeners. And let's try to make this as short as video as I can. But I'm up in the air about something. I hope y'all out there in the YouTube world can help me. Let me zoom out here just a little bit. But we're in, I'm up in the air about it, but it is a good product. Works good. I know they have a newer design to this one. They have this in aluminum base. It just comes with, I think, with an extra rod or two or something. It's a little bit different design. And then they have have it in another deal in a bigger case, and it comes with, I think the sharpening stones are actually longer. I believe, and they go all the way up to 2,000 grit. I think that's about the only difference you're getting between this model and the other model. And here's what it comes with. It's got the books and stuff on it. Here's where everything goes. Everybody wonders what the eraser's for. Figure that out if you don't. I won't tell you. You can figure that out. But it seems to be a good little deal, Buttons up in here good. You can carry it. It's got a little handle on it. But here's the other rods. Now, I do have the 220. I have the rods with the 220 grit, 320, and 400. I have a rod with a 600, which the standard comes with a 600, 800, and a ceramic. I have this one with a 320 and an 800 and a ceramic, 600, 800, and a ceramic, and I have the sheath. So that's what my kit consists of. Now, with that being said, like I said, that's plenty for me. Just hitting my knives when I need to hit them. It ain't like, I don't think I'd ever have to replace these. That's like I said, if you're reprofiling and doing knives every day, yes, you would have to have, replacement grits. Now, I've seen some off-brand grits. They say work on these. I don't know. But, and the reason why I believe they do, we're going to get to that. Let's see, I took the box in, but let me tell you about this. I've watched the videos. I've seen the videos of the designer of this, the guy, I think they're up here in the Carolinas or Virginia somewhere. Anyway, I seen they've got a couple of videos on how to use it, his best way, the technique that he likes and prefers, which I kind of like his technique, works really good. Doing it with the knives, I come out with, just nice edges on these. Just unbeatable. Sharp. Like I said, that Bear Gerber over there, that's a dangerous knife. You pull it out of the sheath, it'll hurt you. So be careful. You can get cut. And all my lock blades, man, especially since I just got done with this one. Like I said, it had a little nick in the blade. Got it out. I started with a 220. Then once that came out, I hit it with the 320, 400, 600, 800, just moved up. Didn't take me long. And then with my ceramic stone, that's it, man. And now, man, it's just back to, it's glory day. But I'm in there about something. I don't want y'all beat me up and badmouth me. I'm not badmouthing the product. The product seems to be a good product. But I've seen a couple of videos. There's another guy on here that does a video. He says, made in the USA. I got an issue with that because I didn't see anywhere. I went back and I watched the videos of the actual designer of this with that other guy he's sitting there with, showing you this, telling you this about it and everything. Now, I've sat and watched these videos of them, and I've seen 2 or 3 other videos, people that's brought the product or somebody reviewing it, comparing it with another product similar in similarities. Said this was made in the USA, but not one time did I see them guys, the designers, say it's made in the USA. And on my box, nowhere on the box does it say it's made in the USA, but on the very bottom of that box, it says made, assembled with foreign parts. So that's not made in the USA. So anybody out there saying it's made in the USA, it's not. That's foreign parts designed by somebody. They sent it to be made overseas or whatever. It's not made in the USA. And matter of fact, I'll get that box real quick and I'll show you what it says on the bottom. All right, I'm back and I wanted to show you this. Like I said, here's my box. There's nowhere on this box that says it was made in the USA. Just tells you about the product all the way down to the bottom. 3-year warranty on it. Please leave a review of your purchase. It has the place to get a hold of it. Work Sharp Sharpener on that side. And on the very bottom, let's go down here. Small writing. Why couldn't they put this where you can see it? Not everybody's going to be looking at the bottom of the box. Right here, it tells you right here. Designed, calibrated, and quality checked in Ashland, Oregon using foreign components. So for you guys out here that's doing videos on them or on this specifically, okay, it's designed here. It was designed, like I said, the designer, he's got his videos online with another gentleman. I don't know if that's a partner, whoever. But to say it's made in the USA, it does not say it anywhere. It's not. It's not made in the USA when you're buying foreign parts or you're having designed and having another country make your parts. So it's just like a Swiss watch. I'm a watch guy. Everybody knows that. I work on watches. I'm working on pocket watches and wrist watches. And mainly a lot more pocket watches than anything for, like I said, almost 28 years now. And if you buy a Swiss watch, for example, this is not a Swiss watch. This is a Japanese watch. Seiko. Everybody knows Seiko. Japanese movement. Seiko is a Japanese watch. But if you buy a watch, it says Swiss made. Now, it's either Swiss components or Swiss made. In order for a U.S. seller to buy, say, buy a case, buy a band, buy a movement, buy a dial, and he buys his movement and it's Swiss. It's a Swiss movement. Okay, he can say hand built in America. Okay, you can say that. But to be Swiss made, There's a real standard on that, because back in 2004, I believe it was, they come down on that real hard here. It's all about pricing and why, and the legalities of the say you saying, well, you made your band, you made your case and all, and you're throwing my movement in it and saying it's Swiss made. It's not. From my understanding, 51% of that watch had to be handled and all and whatever done overseas, Swiss. Okay, it had to be handled by them, and then it come to here, and then maybe you throwed your band and all on it, but you can say it was Swiss made. They can say it's Swiss made, but it's sold by an American made guy. Okay, so if he buys their movement and throws it in his case and band and all, you can say hand built in America, but you can't say it's American made. You can't say made in America, because it is not, knowing that you have Swiss components in it. And in order for it to be Swiss made, it has to have a percentage of Swiss hands-on for it to be Swiss made and sold here. Now, with all that being said, I know this is different. This is knives. This is something that they're not advertising it as American made or made in America. Like I said, I hadn't seen the owner, the designer of this. You can pull their videos up just like I did before I bought this. I'm an old school guy. I've been using old Arkansas stones, for years. Knock an edge on them where I ever needed to and go on about my business. And I said, well, I want something, do a little better with and, a little easier. And when I looked online, I looked up, a bunch of stuff, and I found this. And I mean, learn your product. Anybody that buys one, learn how to use it, okay? And there's a little techniques. There's a couple of techniques that you can use using this. But learn how to use it. But to me, it's a great product. For my use, it's not like it's everyday use. But for my use, this is a great product. But I didn't see them saying that, but I've seen other videos of people saying, this is a made in America. It's not. Unless somebody can clarify that for me, that define quality checked Ashland, design, calibrated, and quality checked in Ashland, Oregon, using foreign components. So define, if anybody knows, define to me what is foreign and what is American made here. Is the base made in America, or is it made overseas? Is the rods made in America, or is it made overseas? The case, as far as that goes, I don't know. I didn't look for a tag or nothing to see if it was made in America or overseas. Who knows? But there's some people out here saying this is made in America, and it is not. It is assembled. It was designed. It was assembled here in America using foreign components. So I'm an American-made guy. I like that stuff. When I see something made in America, I don't mind to pay a few dollars more for something that's made in America. And from my understanding, at first when I bought this was supposedly made in America. I don't know. So now I'm confused when I see stuff like that on the bottom of the box, and nowhere on this box does it say American made or made in America. So most time you have them stickers with the flag says proudly made in the USA. Okay, so there you go. If anybody can answer that question that knows specifically, okay, what parts are American, what parts are foreign, reach out and let me know. Like I said, this is not bad mouthing product. It's a grand of a product. I like it. So it did a heck of a job on this Bear Gerber here. And to redo that, and as thick as that blade was and held it in there, I think that was like 3/16 thick. So it held it just fine, not without an issue. So anybody can, if you know any more about this, or reach out and let me know, because define what parts are foreign and what ain't, if you know that. But is it a good product? Yes. Like I said, a little technique to it. Learn your technique. I didn't really see no issues with it. Now, I was concerned about the angle setting on here. It seems to be pretty much spot on, okay, when you set that degree of angle, but I still get down here with the blade and I look and make sure that I am at that angle I need to be. That stone is on that correct angle. And then I go back up here and look, and I write it down like I said I needed to. First video, I need to write that down so I know right where to set this, come back to, have an idea if I ever have to sharpen them up again, you know, touch them up. So, but there you go, the Sharp Sharpener. Grand of a product. I love it. I think it's worth every penny you spend. So if it just for the everyday hunter, it uses their knives only a few times a year, that wants something every year to, touch up on their knives, grand of a product. I mean, really works well. Learn your technique, learn how to use your product. They even have, the designer has 2 videos or 3 on there that really, really shows you how to use it with his technique, and it's really good. I like the way he does it, just his technique on doing it, how to sharpen your blade. I really like his idea better than I've seen some other videos, people using it in different ways. So trying to figure out which was the best way. So, but anyway, there you go, the Sharp Sharpener. But like I said, the guys out here that are saying it's made in America, you might want to back up and double check that on that, because when I see it says made with foreign components, that's not made in America. Thanks for looking.